Hey everyone, it's Steven from Tostemac and welcome back to the Tostemac Talks, where we sit back, relax, and I talk about life. First of all, I want to thank you for all the love and support that you've shown for the new YouTube series I'm doing, Inspiring Autism Stories. I was actually amazed with how well received the first two videos were. The first video about Satoshi Tajiri was over 300 views within the first few days. And then the most recent one I did with Dan Aykroyd, last time I checked, that was close to 400 views. I'm not sure if you know what this means, but that means these two videos have more views and interactions than the previous 3 autism education videos combined. So it means I'm doing something right for these videos and you're enjoying them, and I think they're a very welcomed addition to the YouTube channel. All over Facebook and YouTube, I've actually been getting recommendations on which autistic people to do for the videos next. There's Anthony Hopkins, Temple Grandin, and several others. I actually have to jot down a list of people so that way I can make sure I do videos for every single one of them. So I'm really glad this project works out because it allows me to be a bit more creative with the structure of the videos, and it's less stressful for me recording since I don't have to worry about the facial expressions I make or movements of my body. I don't have to act out everything. I just have to say the lines that are on the script on the screen. So it's actually a bit easier on that end. So I not only want to thank you for the support for these new videos, but I also want to talk about how I got the idea for them. It actually came from a couple sources of inspiration. One of them is a series that I watched known as Ruby, the World of Remnant. Basically, it's these short videos where it gives a little bit more story and lore to the RWBY world. And I really liked how the narration was, so I figured I could do something a little bit similar to that, but not entirely similar. Not have that happy, light-going voice, but rather kind of like what they did with a more low-key voice, something a bit less energetic. That way it's relaxing as you're watching the video. Of course, I don't want to copy it exactly. I wanted to throw in a little bit of humor in there to make sure it's not like a boring documentary on the History Channel or Discovery Channel where it puts you to sleep halfway through it. So that was one source that helped made this series possible, that really inspired me to make this. But the other thing was, believe it or not, something I've done in grade school. Yeah, school is actually good for something. So the other thing was when I did research papers for some high school classes. You've probably done it once or twice where you have to do some research on this famous individual, and then you gotta do 3 to 5 pages talking about their life and their legacy while looking up some internet sources on more information about them. And I look back at those times and I remember complaining a lot about, 3 to 5 pages or 6 pages, that's way too much for me. I could do 1 page a day and that's it. But nowadays, I work on a script every single week where it's 5 to 6 pages at least. And sometimes there's 7 to 8 and I'm able to knock it out within an hour or two. So it's kind of funny to think back on something I thought was a huge project or something that was going to take a lot of energy, but nowadays I'm just popping them out like crazy, like a weekly basis. It's just kind of funny. And the other key thing to remember from the research projects was how to do the research. If you're going to say this and that, you have to not only look up the sources that back up what you're saying, but also show the sources to whoever's reading or whoever's watching it. That way they can do the research on their own and make sure they check the facts to make sure you get them right. And I'm kind of learning the hard way that, and this is something I should have remembered in high school, is that you should not use Wikipedia as a reliable source. Because the problem with Wikipedia is that anyone can put anything on there and it doesn't have to be accurate. Like with the Ghostbusters release date, I was actually off by one day. I said June 4th, 1984, when in fact the movie was released on June 8th, 1984. So I was like one day off, but that was still a mistake. Like, hopefully I can go one video without making a critical error. That's what I'm going for. One inspiring autism story where I actually get all the details right. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and it's a lot of fun to make these new videos, and I'm really glad you're enjoying them. So, just wanted to give a little backstory on how they came to be, and if you have any more recommendations on who to cover next for the inspiring autism stories, feel free to let me know in the comments section below. Or if you have any recommendations for them, maybe make the videos a little bit shorter or something like that, let me know too. I'm open for feedback. And on that, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment to Tostemac to stay up to date in our latest videos. Also, next week we have a special plan for you, a special video, assuming everything goes right. I'll keep you posted on Facebook. Also, for the month of January, Thomas and I are gonna take a little break from making YouTube videos, not only to give ourselves some time to breathe, but also give myself some time to come up with a new trailer for the channel, because the one that's on now is a little bit outdated. It has things in there that we no longer do on Tostemac anymore, and I need to rectify that. So I'm gonna be working on that. I'm gonna take January off. We're gonna come back on February. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the special we have for you next week. And until the next video, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.